What's up, everyone? Got my coffee to react to another Transformers Prime. I actually did not spill. That's crazy. But I hope you guys enjoy this reaction. We reacted to another Transformers Prime. It's gonna be a great reaction, hopefully. And yeah, excited to see what's gonna happen. We got Agent Fowler. I love him, man.
Agent Fowler,
He's so funny.
please come in.
What's Private Daily doing here with that camera?
He will be making a record of today's session.
What is he getting called in the office?
Soldier. Too close. Sorry I didn't dress for the occasion.
Formality won't be any more necessary than usual, Bill. But I do need to inform you that our higher-ups are on the warpath.
He
They
can
want
stare
answers
anyone
regarding
down.
recent events.
Perhaps we should begin with the demise of Optimus Prime.
This guy's a 4-star general. I forgot. It's like 4-star is like 5-star is like the leading general, but the 5. Let me see. It's the high. Yeah, 5-star is the highest rank. 4-star is like maybe like the vice general. So this guy's still higher up, but not the highest up. Yeah. Sorry, I just needed to know that because I find that interesting. You know, there's like only like a few 5-star generals, and that's how they rank them. You know, if you're a 1-star general, you're just nothing basically. I'm just joking.
Prime is alive and well.
That's difficult for our superiors to accept, without the benefit of seeing Optimus and the alleged imposter.
Side by side, that didn't seem to be the wisest option at the time. The sky jockeys were under direct orders to destroy any and all Autobots on sight.
We were in a heightened state of security.
Let's consider the positives.
And you have the body of the
greater
imposter.
intel regarding Meg, particularly their leader, Silas, the stage name of one Colonel Leland Bishop, ex-special tactics.
The architect of Project Damocles.
Satellites in orbit firing laser beams at any target on Earth. Long since mothballed, and the primary reason for Bishop's discharge. He had other wild ideas, which he practiced with even greater abandon once he went rogue.
And still no sign of his remains.
Lucy Silent, scientists.
Of greater concern, Meg agents like Silas might also be special tactics.
As in currently enlisted.
One obvious motive for hiding their faces. I would urge a thorough investigation and leave their threats to metal hands more capable than our own.
But
Because you've been allowed to operate at such deeply classified levels, perhaps you could provide some background.
Our transforming visitors are autonomous robotic organisms from the planet Cybertron. They were fighting a war.
Foremost,
this is a
was
hard
the control of our
talk to
world
talk
supply
about.
of Energon,
Yeah.
the fuel and lifeblood of all Autobots and Decepticons alike. Do you recall the period late in the war
Is this
when
a-
both sides began hiding their Energon spoils off-world?
And this
Of
is a
course,
world
it's the
that they
reason
have.
Energon deposits exist on planets such as this one.
Yeah.
It is also the reason battles came to be waged on planets such as this one.
These battles over Energon and its dark counterpart continue to this day.
And you know this
Are we
for
getting a
certain.
recap
I've seen more
episode?
than enough to make me a believer. But I rely upon field reports from Team Prime, which I, in turn, share with you.
Skip ahead, if you would, to the history of your involvement, Agent Fowler.
As you know, I wasn't overjoyed with what I assumed was going to be a bot-sitting assignment.
We know that how much
Don't tell me.
he loves
He's out
this.
pancaking a mini-mall, but its occupational hazards turn out to be surprisingly severe.
Bring the pride.
I
And
never
by now,
expected to
the
get
bots have saved
kidnapped.
my bacon more times than I can count. Of course, I've returned the favor a time or two.
Yeah,
Anytime, fella. Ground floor's coming fast.
but I mean, some of them have escaped thanks to you. Dreadwing escapes.
Sometimes exercising my authority.
I mean, but when he
The
does
girl
get his
comes with
thing.
me, sometimes
together.
relying upon quick thinking. We
Yeah.
were just calibrating the subsystems, and we had a surge. But it's fine now. How are you?
Was that the
And
smallest
I've made
thing
a
to
few
say?
mistakes.
Yeah. Don't say that to your superior.
Not this again.
If you would, Agent Fowler, provide a roll call.
So we'll know who's who in the event another bot snaps?
Something like that.
Well, there's...
Bulkhead?
Are you a car? I bet you're a truck. A monster truck. Do you like heavy metal? How much do you weigh? Ever use a wrecking ball for a punching bag?
Look, Nico,
It's too much words.
before I became a warrior, I was a laborer. Construction. I can build stuff, I can break stuff. And that's it.
Of course, Bigfoot and I don't always see eye to eye.
Don't use that phone, it's... out of order.
He may not
Yeah,
be the
they
most agile
get
bot.
into it at the most.
Don't look down.
And he's the first to admit he's no rocket scientist.
Come on, Doc. There's nothing up there to scan. Switch it back. I want to see the hoedown
That's the way.
showdown.
But his brute strength is invaluable.
Yeah, I mean, he sometimes has pretty ingenious
Thankfully,
moments, you
the
know?
science angle is more than covered by Ratchet. The doc can be a little tightly wound.
Without my supervision? You want them to be
To say the
right,
least.
don't you?
Control freak.
But he brings his A game when the situation calls for it.
I mean, hey, you can't count his energy on boost moments.
It's all right. I'm an emergency vehicle.
Then there's RC.
The motorcycle?
Yeah.
Don't be fooled by the smaller footprint.
She's so
She
agile.
leaves a mark.
Yeah, she does. You need something quickly done, she does it. Right. No wonder Megatron has a crush on her, or so they say.
Bumblebee's the team scout. But the warrior in training seems pretty accomplished if you ask me.
Yeah.
RC may be a bot
That
of
is
few
the way.
words, but Bumblebee doesn't use any that we can understand.
Except for
Wants us to get in.
No, just me.
How do you know that?
It said so.
Turns out,
will he say
it's
anything
with
about
good
the
reason.
humans?
During the war with Cybertron, the poor kid got his voice box torn out by Megatron.
So the Autobots aren't quite the indestructible war machines we'd hoped.
Don't misunderstand. They can take serious punishment.
Yeah, not all machines
But they do have their vulnerabilities.
are mortal. The
Did you
eyes
just
are
scream like a little girl?
No. Maybe.
That's crazy.
This may not be the finish that we had planned, but if this is indeed the end, if we are to become one with the Allspark,
No. Cliff Jumper's life signal just went offline.
What a way to start it, you know?
Sulking won't bring him back.
You know, I was talking about this with my friend, with one of my friends. I don't know if I brought this up, but like he was saying, like, yeah, but did you? When I was talking about Transformers Prime, and he says, yeah, but did you know that was not that was not a kids show in the slightest. You know, he says because like they at the first episode they brutally killed off Transformers Prime, and then they brought him back to life as a zombie. Not a kid's show in the slightest. And I was like, wait a minute, I can't really argue against that because that was crazy that at the first episode they did that.
We learned that the hard way when we lost Cliff Jumper.
And for the record, Cliff Jumper was the last Autobot casualty.
I told you, the lifeless Autobot you have in storage isn't Prime. It's a knockoff.
We have only your word to
Absolutely.
go on, without any trace of Silas or the alleged technology Mech utilized to control said knockoff.
A clean scrub is Mech's MO. You and I both know it.
Your last debriefing indicated that Optimus Prime had joined the Decepticons.
Not willfully. Prime had amnesia. I know I was clear on that.
But you can see
like,
where
I
outside
wrote it
observers
clearly.
might connect the dots to the recent attack on our base. Bill, the 5 stars have grown nervous that
The
we've been
5
placing our
stars,
trust in
see?
beings who could so easily inflict harm if they chose to turn on us. That's why I've been asked to determine whether I should bring you before a tribunal.
Tribunal? They
he's
could shut down
serious.
operation. Put me in jail.
Yeah, that's serious. You know, Even this, you know, this
General
tribunal
Price,
ain't.
Prime is no loose cannon. He's anything but.
Yeah.
The bots may be big, but they watch where they step. Heck, even the kids.
Kids?
Man.
That's what we call our in-house support team.
I wasn't aware you were utilizing any of our resources other than yourself.
They're
He talked too much.
You've involved civilians in a classified operation?
highly accomplished civilians who contribute specialized expertise in computer science,
Yeah.
medicine,
Yeah. I mean,
communication.
we can't put her in a box.
Bring the hurt! Nerd alert! Duh! Zombie! Smackdown in outer space. That was cool.
So they know how to take orders.
You could say that.
Welcome to KO
Just say
Drive-In, where every
yes.
patty's a knockout. May I take your order?
But what they lack in military discipline, they more than make up for with outside-the-box problem solving.
Nothing.
Gee, imagine that. The fourth dimension has lousy cell phone reception.
Wait, guys, the phone rang. We're getting a signal.
Yeah.
Maybe the Autobots can't see or hear us because we're moving at hyperspeed or something.
Their courage is to be admired.
Yeah. On occasion, they do.
Hold them still!
I mean, they don't run. I mean, you know, they fight when it's needed, even if it's useless. And they've
proven
got
time and again
Cybertron, Jeff.
that they're willing
Yeah.
to put their lives on the line for their country and their planet.
So your
Yeah.
civilians have made enemy contact.
I never forget a face, even that of a human.
You double-cross anyone! Mine is the face you'll never forget! Never!
That was just
They've pretty much seen it all.
Miko, look away!
But
Turn your head away!
I mean, that ain't. Yeah. I
Rest
mean, that ain't.
assured, the safety of these humans, of all humans, remains
They
the
ain't
primary
humans.
concern of the Autobots.
They have no protective shell. If they get underfoot, they will go squish.
Then, for the time being, Ratchet, we must watch where we step.
Honestly,
And our
that is
colleagues
true.
wouldn't
Like,
have
how
it
was
any other
no
way.
bad
I'm
injuries after
living a
that?
dream here in Botswana, and I will not allow you or anyone else to shatter it.
They forge meaningful bonds with the bots.
Where's ARCEE?
Why don't you just marry her?
I'm right behind you.
And they provide valuable assistance whenever I'm otherwise engaged in the field. You've reached Special Agent William Fowler. I'm currently on an intensive training retreat and unavailable until Tuesday.
I hate talking to machines.
But their involvement was never intended to be anything other than
We ain't never gonna get
humanitarian,
an
to
answer
provide
about
the
where he
Autobots
was
with a
at that
means
moment.
of better understanding life on our planet.
A scout should be silent but deadly. What? Maybe it needs
Okay.
one of these doohickeys.
You're a motorcycle, RC. Shouldn't you know how to build a motorcycle engine?
This
You're a
chapter.
human, Jack. Can you build me a small intestine?
You want me to not only bridge you into a confined space, but one traveling at 90 miles per hour? I can't even count the number of ways that can go wrong. Mass displacement trauma, twisted limbs, metal burn.
I remember everyone just looking crazy.
Maybe not the last one.
Sadly, we haven't begun to take full advantage of their science.
Yeah, they should steal the ground bridge. Imagine us
I
in a
mean, I
teleportation.
can pilot my VTOL without ever having to wear a flight suit.
What keeps your organs from exploding?
A modification Ratchet performed on the cabin pressure regulator.
Oh.
I like to be comfortable.
We may
Yeah.
be getting off track. Please address why we haven't yet been served Megatron's steel
He's
head
proud of
on a
that.
silver platter.
The leader of the Decepticons has 9 lives. Plain and
Oh,
simple.
honestly, it's true. It's dark and
Well, I'm staring right at him. Good news is, Megatron isn't exactly staring back.
It's not like we haven't tried.
God knows Optimus
The
has
sick
tried.
part is, the moment we might have pulled it off, we needed him. Megatron actually helped us save humanity.
Yeah, you should be thanking
Our
us.
past alliances Autobot Decepticon no longer matter. Not while Unicron lives.
Elaborate.
We found ourselves facing an even greater threat than Mech or the Decepticons. Literally, an enemy within. Unicron. I know this is going to sound crazy, but what if I told you our planet's core isn't made up of what science has led us to believe it is?
He's like, I don't want to hear
FOWLER,
that.
I'm sorry to say I'm forced to discontinue this debriefing until you undergo a full psychological evaluation.
Seriously?
I'm not crazy.
As a representative of the United States government,
Don't disappear me.
I believe that you may have lost your sanity.
Probably shouldn't have talked about Unicron.
General Bryce, I assure you that I am quite sane.
It defies all logic, Bill. Dark Energon? Then you go on record saying that you believe in magical horses with horns on their heads.
What?
Do you deny previously reporting that Megatron helped defeat a unicorn?
No.
That's what you...
This you and Miko. We're talking about
the
Unicron.
ultimate evil. Permission to strike this from the record.
Granted. But consider yourself on notice. You were saying Megatron proved to be an ally.
The circumstances were unique. Oddly, the con most likely to be of service is Starscream. Only by default.
That is
because
so
he
fun.
may despise his team more than he despises ours.
And we don't know if he wants to kill Megatron. I mean, he wants to take his
Starscream's
throne
loyalty to
rest,
Megatron
but
has always been questionable. If he has truly split
and
from the
we'll kill him if he's
Decepticons,
alone.
our
But like,
prisoner's knowledge of
if
their
he's
agendas
like, you
could
know,
make
has
him
a
a
huge
valuable
vendetta
ally.
against him.
Megatron tried to extinguish my spark in cold blood, then all but replaced me with that traitorous wretch RATCHET.
This likely to be of service is Starscream. Only by default. Because he may despise his team more than he despises ours.
Man has no allegiance to anyone. He's just trying to get the best for himself.
Starscream's loyalty to Megatron has always been questionable. If he has truly split from the Decepticons, our prisoner's knowledge of their agendas could make him a valuable ally.
Megatron tried to extinguish my spark in cold blood, then all but replaced me with that traitorous wretch Arachnid. She abandoned me, left me for scrap. So why not rat them out?
But even after Megatron attempted to terminate him, Starscream still tried to win his master's favor.
Imagine Megatron's appreciation when I not only rescue him, but deliver an Autobot. I believe that would restore my stature quite nicely.
Starscream's insecurity
reputation.
is what makes him less predictable than Megatron, and in some ways, even more dangerous.
Really?
I make the decisions here.
I mean, I feel like his insecurity helps
He really needs
him
to
them
figure out
use
if it's
him a little
Megatron's
bit
job he
more.
wants or Megatron's approval.
For their
I
own
must in
gain.
turn ask why successful termination of Starscream has not been achieved.
Air superiority continues to provide the cons with the upper hand, though we manage to
We've
inflict
killed
the
so
occasional
many
setback.
drones. Yeah.
But the fact remains, Starscream has supplied valuable intel since he went rogue.
Starscream, I have obtained
So
information
it kinda helped
regarding your leader. Bring medical kit.
Not to worry, the bots know better than to trust him implicitly.
One step, and your precious biomech is scrap.
Yeah.
Fortunately
we
for us,
fools.
despite his strategic brilliance, Starscream is his own worst enemy.
Yeah, we know that. We can say that. His T-Cog's missing. Sad for him.
My T-Cog.
You're grounded?
And he isn't the only one who's taken flight from Megatron.
Grounded?
And he isn't the only one who's taken flight from Megatron.
The Spider.
Arachnid,
Yeah.
as sadistic as they come. And she and RC have quite a history. I can't help but
I
feel
hate
the
the
next time they lock
raccoons.
horns,
Like
only one's
Starscream,
gonna walk
I
away.
love the way he's on
Unless
screen, but I
Megatron
just
gets to
never
Arachnid
enjoy
first.
it when
So
she's
the
here.
infighting among the
She's just
Decepticon ranks
creepy.
continues.
She's a creepy
And
crawler.
then some. Megatron can't seem to keep his inner circle holding hands.
And you don't think
Crime
we could
don't
take
pay?
advantage of the chaos? Motivate a Decepticon to join our cause?
There is one whom Prime seems to respect.
While it is unlikely that any Decepticon will choose the path of good, Even they possess the potential for change.
But having witnessed Dreadwing tear up a town, I wouldn't hang my hopes on it.
So I must press the point. If Optimus believes that even a Decepticon holds the potential for change, why couldn't the reverse be true? No one truly knows what went on behind the Decepticon curtain while Optimus was off the grid. Not you, not the Autobots.
I'm 100% with Ratchet on this one.
Yeah.
Being a Decepticon is a choice, Agent Fowler. One that I have a hard time believing Optimus would make at any point in his life. Orion Pax may not currently be an Autobot up here, but I must believe he will never stop being one in here.
Man has
Against
lights on
all
his
odds,
legs.
suffering amnesia, Prime engineered his own escape to face down Megatron.
Not even
But is
having
Prime
his
capable
ability.
of change?
You know your problem, Optimus? For such a big, strong bot, you're soft. You didn't pound Megatron into scrap when you had the chance! Many chances, in fact!
You might as well use your drill to finish me. What are you waiting for? Think of the glory. Seize the day. Optimus would.
No, he wouldn't.
But
So
he's
tell me,
changed.
Optimus, do you intend to take me alive? Or end this here and now?
He's
Prime
like,
has recently
you've done.
proven he's willing to go further than ever to protect humanity.
Yeah.
Optimus Prime is a true patriot. He and his team continue to risk their lives day in and day
True
out,
U.S.
asking
soldier
absolutely
at
nothing
their
in return.
service.
If you don't survive, Optimus, I fear neither will this planet.
Very well.
The simple fact is, Prime doesn't have a bad circuit in his body. Move it, Gramps!
There's no road
Agent
rage here.
Fowler, is that really necessary?
As liaison to the Autobots, I strongly caution that now would be the worst time to call Prime's dedication into question. We're on the verge of an even greater threat than we faced before. The Decepticons are on the hunt for long-buried relics from Cybertron. Preliminary intel suggests they could be sacred objects with mystical properties or weapons of mass destruction.
Mystical.
Strike that too. The point I'm trying to make here is, hold on. Prime, I need an assist.
What is he gonna do? He's calling in Prime now?
Agent Fowler, have you uncovered mech agents?
No.
No, that's
They're
not
okay.
what we called it. But,
General Bryce here just needs to confirm the state of your health and welfare.
I am fine, General Bryce. How are you?
I'm well, soldier.
How are you? Soldier. Okay, we agree.
Bill.
If you don't give us what we want,
I believe I have everything I need to make a persuasive case that Optimus Prime is indeed alive and well, and firmly on our side.
We
that's all it
appreciate
took.
your support, sir.
We didn't need this
Yes,
whole
man.
episode. You could have just showed him right now. That's what it took. No. Okay, what an episode. It was just a recap episode. Honestly, I mean, it was interesting, but like, I kind of wanted the continuation of the story. I already know everything. I maybe it's for those that have like come back to the story after, you know, not being in the story a while. I want to hear a recap, but like I've already heard, we already know everything there is that happened in this episode. So I was like, okay. I mean, it's nice, but like, let's move on. Next episode, I'm gonna react to it right now, so at least we have something. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.